so grateful for your patience, all the ways you carry me. You have always left a light on, so I can see you wait for me.
I'm invited to the table. You are saving me a seat. In your house I know I'm worthy, 'cause you died for me. You set me free.
No matter where I run, grace will follow. The Father's love is all I know. I never need to doubt that you want me. You are standing here saying welcome home. Welcome home. No matter where I run, grace will follow. The Father's love is all I know. I never need to doubt that you want me. You are standing here saying welcome home.
I'm so thankful for your kindness. Your forgiveness when I'm weak. With open arms I am accepted. 'Cause you run to me, you cover me. I forever run toward the one who calls me home. Everything I'm longing for is in you, you alone.
No matter where I run, grace will follow. The Father's love is all I know. I never need to doubt that you want me. You are standing here saying welcome home. toward the one who calls me home. Everything I'm longing for is in you, you alone. No matter where I run, grace will follow. The Father's love is all I know. I never need to doubt that you want me. You are standing here saying welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home. You are standing here saying welcome home.
Hey guys, welcome to you.
Hey team, how you going?
We are taking over tonight as the hosts.
Yes,
But we thought, because Joey and Tim always have to host, they always have to do all the boring stuff and not play the
true.
games.
it's true.
So we thought we'll host and they can play the games.
So why don't we welcome Joey and Tim? How does it feel to be on those like high
It
stools?
feels good. There's a certain amount of power that we get behind these. No.
I don't know, I feel like we have the
Weird,
power.
I don't like
We
it.
definitely have the
It's
power
bad.
tonight.
There's too much.
What is this? I'm too
Tim.
high.
It's fine.
I can't relax
Optimism.
on this. It's not
Did
okay.
you listen to the message on Sunday? Optimism.
Yes,
There's,
being positive.
I'm very high. The oxygen's nice and clear up here. It's really nice.
beautiful. Look at that.
so good.
Can't see my facial expressions. So that's a win.
I know there is something a bit different about tonight. I don't know if like you guys at home have been able to tell, but we're wearing masks.
We are.
That
And they're
mask life,
beautiful.
y'all.
Yeah, you guys have probably been enjoying this as well for the past week and a bit.
Yeah.
But we're demonstrating some of our own, I suppose, fashion sense. We've gone for the colourful, Crystal and I.
Yes.
And then the boys, denim all
Denim.
the way.
Laura made me a wonderful dinosaur mask.
Amazing.
And I have a Muppet one on the way, so I'm very
Oh,
excited.
I
that's
love
exciting.
it.
Walk
So
around as
good.
Canada or something.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
I think it's like a mixture, so I think I've got a bunch of different Muppets
Oh,
on the mask. So
Nice. I like that.
So
times.
good.
Very good
Good times.
times.
Tim, I heard that you actually had been making like a new creation.
yes.
Yes.
I'm really excited to see
I want to
Yeah.
see it.
this
So-
creation. There's a massive bag over here. I don't
Do
know
I
if you
need to
guys
step
can
back
see it.
now?
They can't see it. It's all good. So there's this whole trend about like make your own masks at the moment. Like there's YouTube
Yeah.
videos and stuff, and like I was looking at it and I'm like, I reckon I could do something like that, but I suck at sewing.
Did you use your sock?
No,
Oh,
I suck at sewing, but I do have a rudimentary understanding of power tools and plywood.
Right.
So
I've got some power
I
tools that you could have
built-
actually.
my very
Oh
own ISO bubble. Yeah, see?
Wow.
look at that.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm so impressed.
I'm just super sneeze proof now. Like nobody can cough on me.
Wow.
What
What if you sneeze and it just covers you?
You need little like
Yeah,
need a
like a
windscreen
window
wiper.
wiper or something. You're like,
Yeah.
clear it off.
That's very, very.
It does have a slight fogging problem though, so
Yes.
I think I need to put some ventilation or like some sort of heating unit in it.
Yeah.
Gee, that's
I was also
good.
thinking maybe I could put like some little plants in there and have like a little green.
Yes.
Crystal is
converse
all
all
about
That's
That's
it.
all
about it.
about it.
I love it.
The Crystal Kraus plant life.
Yes, thank
Yes.
you.
I am all for that.
Well-
Amazing.
Tell us what you think of Tim's mask in the comments. I really want to hear what you guys are thinking. But also, if you guys have made any really cool masks, like send it our way.
We want to see them.
We want to see them. Yeah, for sure. What do we have up next, Crystal?
Well, we have a really cool new segment. It is called ISO Adventures. So we are going to be hearing from some of you and some of your leaders about what you guys have been getting up to in ISO. So why don't you check it out?
Hey Gateway Youth, I have been going on walks almost daily during ISO. I have found that this is a perfect thing to do for me. I've been using it as my spiritual time. I quite often put my headphones in, put a worship mix on or a podcast and just, walk in God's creation, soaking up all his beauty. As you can see today, I am in a lovely little foresty area with the beautiful sun setting behind me, and for me this is just the perfect way to end my day every day, and it's kept me active and kept me energized during ISO.
Hi.
Hello, Gateway Youth.
G'day. the question was, what have we been doing?
What
in
have we been
lockdown?
up to during lockdown?
Woo!
Yay!
All right. Hannah can start because it's over there.
Oh, right. So, while I've been in lockdown, I've been learning how to play the electric guitar.
Whoa.
So, can you film?
Yeah, I can film it.
Thanks.
All right. So yeah.
This is the electric
This
guitar.
is it. It looks guitar-y.
So, I'll give you a demo. You turn the amp on. Then you just yeet this on. And then you just
Keep in mind, she said yeet this on.
play.
Jordan's been
What's Jordan been up to?
Oh yeah.
What?
Doing the same thing.
What? What game are you playing right now?
Playing 2K. Why?
Playing 2K.
Why are you doing this?
Jordan, say hello.
Just
Just
say hi.
You're gonna see it.
Anyways, Ethan.
I've been working. I've been doing some workouts and hanging out with my girlfriend, and that's about it.
Oh, workouts. Can you give us a demo of workouts? Do some push-ups. Go.
Yeah, alright. Thanks. Oh, you want to come say goodbye?
We're saying goodbye.
Alright.
Say goodbye. Ready?
See
Bye,
you
guys.
later, guys. Have a good youth.
Yeah.
Can I have cheese instead? Thank you. How did I spend my isolation? Well, just watching movies and sleeping in for most of it. And then tried to be Captain Courageous and broke both my elbows. Was on a date with a billionaire. We were flying over in a helicopter. Saw a child in distress. Tried to jump down into the ocean. Wrestled with some freshwater crocodiles to save the child. The crocodiles both bit both my elbows, and that's how I broke both of them.
Didn't you fall off your bike?
So as the conclusion of me breaking my elbows, I couldn't really do anything, especially eating. I can't eat by myself. So I just had to come up with some very creative ways to eat my food. And I'm about to show you some of them.
This is called the cheese or stringulator. We use this when someone is on the other side of the kitchen and eating something you want to eat. This is a guzzler helmet with a good old Coke and banana up and go. So this is me peeling the banana, and then I throw the banana peel away, and I put it in the baby safe eater, and I start chewing on it a bit. It's good if I just want to sit there and relax. This is the grabber things that you use on the barbecue to flip the meat. I think they're called tongs. This is me trying to eat the cookie. Took us a while. Look, I finally got it. Look at me. Then it wouldn't go in properly, so I decided to tap it. This is me making cereal. I put the cereal in first because no loser puts milk in first. I was getting frustrated the bowl wouldn't flip over. Oh, look, me pouring the milk. These contraptions called the long stick that you pour the cereal down to put in Chloe's mouth.
Perfect.
This one's called the pull the string and the pretzel comes out. Because of my broken arms, the Joneses decided to let me stay at their house for a bit to take care of me. So I decided to grab their leaf blower so I can put Maltesers into my mouth. That was smooth. So these are the many different ways I've figured out how to eat my food with 2 broken arms.
Salut, pendant cette pandémie en quarantaine, j'ai étudié français. Maintenant, je peux parler un peu français, mais ce n'est pas parfait. Aussi, le BQ du livre avec 4 autres à venir. I've really read a lot.
I think all up I read 18 or 19 books. They were really good. I've also played a lot of Animal Crossing.
So yeah, I have learnt French, read lots of books, and played a lot of Animal Crossing. Au revoir!
alegría y cosa buena. Dale a tu cuerpo alegría, Macarena. Macarena.
Well, how cool was that? I'm
So
loving
cool.
seeing what people have been doing
Yeah.
in ISO. And some good ideas as well.
Great ideas. Can't wait to see what you guys have been up to too. Maybe we'll ask you to get on the video as well.
Yes, please. Want to see everybody, what everybody's been up to. What is going on behind us,
Nothing.
Crystal?
Don't worry about it. It's fine. This is
having-
what guests do. You'll
I
understand.
like being at the back so
But
you can
just-
kind of see everything.
It's true.
Cause problems.
Less
It's
responsibilities.
Yeah, it's good.
Fun. So.
All right, well, speaking of fun,
Yes.
we have something planned for you guys.
Oh, this is exciting.
For you guys first, and then for you guys after. So be paying
This is
attention.
exciting.
Here we go.
We were thinking about what we could do that would really lean into like wearing a mask. Charades.
Perfect.
Oh.
So,
yeah.
Tim and Joey, in front of you, you guys have a list of words and phrases which each of you have not looked at yet.
Yeah.
Tim, I'm watching you. We're going to take it in turns, so go one by one. You're going to explain to Joey, Tim, without using words, just with signals and gestures, what is written on your piece of paper, and Joey, you're going to try and guess.
Okay. All right.
And then we're going to swap it.
Sounds
I'm
good.
really excited.
I think
Have
you
you
guys
guys
are gonna be
played
great.
charades before?
I have.
Great.
Probably
Come
a while
on,
ago.
Tim.
Act.
You
Well,
do drama.
Act the word.
I'm old, so all the fun like party games and things I haven't done in a very long time.
This is great.
I'm an old man. So am I going first? Is
Go,
that- is
go
that-
for
okay,
it.
cool.
Jump off your seat.
Oh,
Great.
here we go.
All right.
I wanna watch this.
You know what? Let's just move this.
And at home, you guys might want to see if you can beat Joey to the punch.
All right.
Oh,
Ooh, good one. In the comments.
No chance.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, good start.
So what was it like?
No talking.
No. This is
No. I'm trying to remember how you play the game. Again, I'm old.
Yeah. Mhm.
You can talk, Joey.
Yeah, you can talk.
Oh. Well, it's a TV show and bird, or is it a movie? That cool. Bird Fit Nemo. Finding Nemo.
Oh,
Yeah!
that's pretty good.
Okay.
Oh, the little fin.
Oh,
I
okay.
gotcha.
All right. So we got.
That's a movie.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
All right.
Titanic.
Wow.
Oh,
I love it. You guys are good
doing
at this.
okay at this.
We've really put you to the test.
We've got
Oh, how the heck?
that. Is that a book?
All right.
You're talking to.
Song. Baby, Justin Bieber.
Oh, wow.
Oh, we
I
are
think maybe we
legendary.
were
Okay, all right. So,
Yep, music. Go on.
how would I?
You got this.
Oh, I don't know how to do this.
No talking, Joey.
Oh.
Wow.
Do you guys know what it is?
What am I doing?
Drop. Let go. Let it go.
That is impressive. That
I
is
mean,
impressive.
yeah.
What are the dance?
Aided with some.
Yeah, that's. I'm sorry. I don't know the dance moves. I forgot.
Think just like it.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. Here we go.
This is gonna be difficult. Okay, we'll see if we can
Okay.
get this. All right, so
Movie, TV show. Tall, small, miniature, smaller, big, big little. 2.5 Men. Oh!
Keep going. You got this.
What is this?
frustration.
Okay, all right.
So you got the first word, I think.
Oh,
No.
1. Tall. Tall man. Tall, large, fat. Obese.
Does anybody have a thesaurus?
Big? Big. I thought I said big. Big. Smaller. Big man. Big child. Big teenager.
Think about TV shows, Joey.
Big Brother. Oh! How did I not get that? No, that was topical.
That was near impossible.
I think this might be the last one.
Last one. Okay. I've got to think.
Good work.
Thank you.
You're the hero we deserve.
Here we go. Thank you.
Too much talking in this game, I think. I think you should have less
in
talking.
this game of not talking.
He's not giving me any clues.
It's true.
I haven't watched this show very much.
Oh,
I mean,
don't give it away.
I mean,
Oh, is it a show?
it is. It is.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to act.
Stop talking.
That's the game. You do have to act.
It's a penguin. That's not a penguin. Oh, wow. Good for me.
Right here.
MasterChef? My Kitchen Rules? No?
I don't even know what this is, and I wrote them.
Great British Bake Off. I don't know.
Can I get a lifeline? Is there a clue I can give? Is it?
What's this?
I know what it is.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
I'm trying to help him out. Yeah, good.
Swimming?
I can't remember.
You know, Hannah.
I know, but I'm legitimately I can't remember.
I'm kind of lost.
You're lost.
I just don't know.
Okay.
You can tell Tim with your fingers how many words it is.
Oh,
that's a part of the game. 2 words. Okay.
and
Swimming sandwich.
no,
Swimming burger.
okay.
Good.
Leg. Pants. Pants.
I remember this now.
Cube. Square.
When you get it.
Hang on, is it SpongeBob SquarePants?
Yeah! Thank you. Oh,
That's
This
great.
was trying to be a Krabby Patty because it's
Yeah.
the best burger in the world. And then I started small with SpongeBob. What? And then Patrick the Starfish. I haven't watched this show.
The
that much.
commitment was good.
I was going to say, I think where maybe you went wrong, Joey, is he's going to guess the title and you just went for the storyline.
Yeah, that's true.
Trying to give me a synopsis.
Very
Man.
entertaining.
I'm glad we got there. I'm glad we
good
got
job.
there.
We definitely got there.
Well, you guys feel free to take a seat.
Thank you.
Now it is
Thank you,
time for you guys at home. You guys are in your groups online, which is pretty exciting.
Yep.
We had some good feedback that you guys really enjoyed being able to do that together last time, and so we thought we would continue that.
Yeah, and if you guys want to win Maccas for this challenge, make sure you win in your life group, and then we want you guys to be posting pictures of your life group showing us who the winners are, and they will go in a draw to win Maccas tonight. Sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, for sure. So post that on Instagram. Just make sure you're letting us know who won from your group,
Yes.
because that's who's going to get Maccas.
So good.
Potentially.
Potentially.
Theoretically.
So
In
guys,
an ideal
why don't
scenario.
you check it out with your life group leader and have fun.
Have fun. Hope you had a really fun time in your life groups doing charades. Who won? Can't wait to see. Hopefully you guys
Definitely
win
me.
some
Me.
Maccas.
I
You won.
Oh.
I won. Maybe
And it
I
doesn't
won in
mean
my
I win.
life group.
I don't
know
know.
myself.
I just
Who
want
knows?
Maccas.
I really want Maccas.
Maccas would be good right now.
Super good. Well, you know what? It's the time of the night where we hear from our speaker, and tonight we've got our youth pastor. I mean, he's definitely one of my favourites.
Really? Why's that?
Yeah.
Mega bluff.
Nathaniel?
Nathaniel.
Is it
Of course, he's our youth pastor, Singe. And he's here, to share with us. And remember from last time that there's discussion questions that are going to pop up on the screen as well. So be taking some notes and then have fun in your groups discussing.
Hello, Gateway Youth. I hope that you are doing well. I hope that you are doing well with your mask wearing. I'm alone here at the moment, so I'm all good. But hope that you're doing well with that, and I hope that you're doing okay with school and at home, no matter what your situation is like in those things. I know that for some of you, this is no big deal, but for a lot of you, that this is still a tricky time. And I want you to know that we are here with you and we're here praying for you. So in this difficult time, I wanted to talk about something that's really important when it comes to, I believe, our mental and our spiritual well-being. And that is the ability to be vulnerable with others. I've been in youth ministry for over 10 years, and I have observed that I think young people are maybe a little bit less vulnerable, or find it a bit harder to be vulnerable than they did when I first started. And look, I could be one of those adults who tries to figure out how or why and blame it on social media or all the time we spend watching YouTube or whatever it is. I'm not really interested in the reason. As always, I'm interested in you being well, your wholeness, spiritually, physically, mentally. And I believe that exposing ourselves, being vulnerable, is actually really important. And so I don't want you to miss out on what there is to gain by being willing to be vulnerable. Now, the reason we are not vulnerable typically is because it exposes us. It exposes us to the possibility of harm. That's exactly what vulnerable means. It means putting yourself in a position or being in a position where something bad might happen to you. And so I think, we do see things happening online. We see things happening in person, where when we're vulnerable, or when we expose ourselves, people take advantage of us. And, that is not okay. And I understand that makes it hard. But I want to encourage you today to persist with being vulnerable in safe places, because I think that it leads to a better life. And I believe we see this idea of being vulnerable in the Bible, and we see it as a spiritual practice. But a lot of the things I believe, a lot of the spiritual practices that God says are good for us and that the church and the Gateway Youth talks about, they're not just spiritual practices for spirituality's sake, but they're actually things that God has set in motion because He understands humans and He understands us, and He wants us to be whole and well, and that practicing these things will not just help us spiritually, but will help us in general as well. So, being vulnerable can be scary, but what are the advantages? I think we have probably all had an experience where we have been carrying some sort of burden, some information that we know we need to pass on to someone, or maybe something that we've done wrong that we're feeling guilty about. And I think most of us have probably had an experience where when we've shared those things, we've felt the load lighten. And that is the positive side of being vulnerable. And that most often happens in safe places with safe people, people who you can trust, who maybe you've been a little bit vulnerable with and they've earned your trust with that little bit of vulnerability, and you trust them with a little bit more. As I said, we've probably all also had experiences where we've been vulnerable and it hasn't paid off, and it's turned out that that hasn't been a safe space. So, a really important part about being vulnerable is picking the right people and the right place. And I hope for you, and I would encourage you to try making one of those places around Gateway Youth. Because, you know, I can't speak for absolutely every single person who attends Gateway Youth. We love you no matter who you are. But I can't promise you that every person who ever walks through the door of Gateway Youth or into Gateway Church is 100% going to be a trustworthy person. But here's what I can tell you. The youth team will always protect you and will always have your back when you are vulnerable. And I also believe that when a few of us can choose to be vulnerable, whether that's members of the team or whether that's some of you, I believe that that actually breeds the ability for more people to be vulnerable. So I would encourage you to trust that the team is going to have your back here, that you can choose to talk about the things in life that are hard, the things that you are struggling with, the burdens that you're carrying, the things that you feel guilty about. And why don't you just try a little bit of vulnerability and see whether this is a safe place? Because I believe it is, and I believe that if we're all on board with making it a safe place, it will be. But your team will always have your backs. Now, as I said, the Bible also talks about being vulnerable. And it doesn't just talk about being vulnerable as just being good for us, although it is, but it actually talks about it having a much greater purpose. And I believe there's something freedom about understanding that sometimes our weaknesses, sometimes our burdens, there's a bit of a freedom in knowing that God can bring those things around and see good come of them. In 2 Corinthians 12, we see this. God said to me, my grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in weakness. And Paul goes on to say, therefore I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. And that is why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, I delight in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, in difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong. And what Paul is saying is that when we're willing to be a little bit vulnerable, when we're willing to show some of our weaknesses, what we actually open up in exposing ourselves sometimes to others is we also actually expose ourselves to what God might do with those weaknesses. We expose to that group of people being able to show how God comes around and uses those situations and uses our weaknesses and turns them into our strengths. So when we don't expose those things, number one, we're stuck with those things weighing us down and holding us back. And number two, if nobody knows about our weaknesses, nobody can support us, nobody can cheer us on, but also we don't have the incredible ability of being able to say to other people, hey, do you remember that weakness? God stepped into that moment. God changed that weakness and made it my strength. I believe that vulnerability is good for us spiritually, and I think that it's good for our mental health as well, to have people who are cheering us on, who we know that we can share anything with. And you know, the thing that I've been talking about, crapping on about for years, is that I believe that every person needs a champion. And you know, for you tonight, you know, you might have a boss, you might have teachers, you have parents, you have friends. I believe that the people in a church community, I believe that the youth team who are around you fit into another character, and that our job is to be champions for you. We don't have to tell you off for everything that you're finding difficult or that you see as a weakness. We can just champion you to be the best that you can be. And so we're here to allow you to be vulnerable and to see you thrive as a result. Again, in the Bible, we see this picture of how the church bands together and how it's about people, but it's also about a spiritual practice that actually leaves us in a good place. And it says this, is any among you in trouble? Let them pray. Is anyone happy? Let them sing songs of praise. Is any among you sick? Let them call the elders of the church to pray over them and anoint them with oil in the name of the Lord. And the prayer offered in faith will make the sick person well, and the Lord will raise them up. If they have sinned, they will be forgiven. Therefore, confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so that you may be healed. The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. You know, this is the power of the church. This is why we gather. This is why we do small groups. It's because there is power in coming together and sharing in each other's lives. It does us good. It does our spiritual lives good. And it lets God work in our weaknesses so that they can become our strengths. So some of you may be good at being vulnerable. Some of you may find it harder than others. You know, I got to be honest, I probably find it harder than some people, but I try really hard to remember the power of being vulnerable and the positive things that come out of being vulnerable. And when I look back to my teenage years, I wish I had taken some more chances on being vulnerable with people who would be able to champion me. And I wish I'd taken some more chances on being vulnerable with God, whether that was, you know, through a group time or by myself, so that God could work in those weaknesses. Because as I've gone on in life, I've found that time and time again, God steps into my weaknesses and makes them my strengths. So I'm gonna pray for you in a second, and then we're gonna go into some group time where you can discuss a few questions. And these are the questions I want you to have a chat about. Firstly, do you find it easy or hard to be vulnerable with others? And why is that? Secondly, do you find it easy or hard to be vulnerable with God? Why? I think I reposted an interesting post this week where someone was talking about being specific in your prayer time with God, and sort of talking about the fact that it's easy to say, oh God, please forgive me for my sins, and a lot harder to say, hey God, can you please forgive me for that time when I was mean to someone last week? Hey God, can you please forgive me for that time I was dishonest last week? But there's power in being vulnerable and naming those things, both in a safe space and with God. And I guess the last question that maybe you'd like to discuss, or I don't think everyone has to answer this question, but is there anything that you need to be vulnerable about today? Is there something you need to take to God that you've been holding back? Is there something that you'd like your small group members to help you share the load on and cheer you on and champion you on? Because we are here for you, we want to champion you, and we want you to have awesome lives following God, even if we're stuck in lockdown. Let me pray. Hey God, thank you so much that you are trustworthy and that you put trustworthy people in our lives. God, I thank you that you speak about the art of being vulnerable and that you encourage us to do these practices that help us in our spiritual walk with you, but also help us in our day-to-day lives. Lord, help us to be more vulnerable. Help us to see opportunities of safe places and safe spaces. And God, attune us to when people are being vulnerable so that we can be those safe people and create those safe spaces. In your name, amen. So Gateway Youth, I hope that you have a great group time coming up. I hope that some of you might choose to be vulnerable about something that you've wanted to be vulnerable about but haven't felt up to. And I hope that everybody watching who jumps into a small group is ready to create that safe space and to champion the people in your group. You guys are legends. We love ya. We hope you're doing well. And we'll see you again soon.
discussing those questions about the message. What an awesome message. We are now ready to do some shout-outs! And we have to shout even louder with our masks on, all right, guys?
All right, deal.
All right, so our first shout-out is for
Emma Goldsworthy!
And it is from Hannah Gill, and it says, she is a legend for always being encouraging and positive person that lifts the spirit of everyone she comes into contact with, even online. Love you, Emma. That is so sweet. Good job, Hannah. Thanks, guys. All right.
Good job, Emma.
Yes, true. All right, our second shout out is for
Courtney Allen!
And this one is from Tegan Gleed, and it says, shout out to Courtney for being a nurse and to all the other nurses in our community for making a sacrifice every day by going to work. So thankful for you and for the joy you bring to everyone's lives.
Yeah,
How awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they have been wearing these masks for much longer than we have. Yeah. All right, our next shout out is for Meg Blight. And this one comes from Laura Brockwell. It says, love seeing your gorgeous face in our online catch-ups. Your enthusiasm and commitment to our small group is fantastic. Lots of love. So awesome.
Very cool.
All right.
cool.
Our fourth shout out is for
Noah Martin!
And it is from your sister Bronte, and it says, shout out to Noah Martin. I'm so proud of the way you have taken on online schooling twice now, and you are at least handing in your work on time. I am so proud of you and who you're becoming as a person and the way you have been such an amazing brother to me. Love you heaps. That is so sweet.
Dude, it's legit awesome.
Yeah, so cool.
Fantastic.
All right, our last shout out for tonight is for Talia Fenton. And it comes from Alice Land. It says, I love your energy and excitement for youth. You have such a joyful personality and we love doing life groups with you. So awesome.
So good.
Well, thank you so much for sending in your shout outs, guys. Make sure you keep sending them in and keep encouraging youth, your friends and your leaders as well. So good.
times.
Welcome to What's Up, Joey. My name is Joey Watts, telling you what is up.
I just got to nail this English
Hey, Joey.
accent.
What are you doing here?
Well, we
Nah,
thought since
not
we were
okay.
the,
Thank you.
we're the
You're the
hosts-
intern.
off.
But
Get
I-
off.
Intern, no.
No.
Those interns, I tell you what. Anyway, well, welcome to What's Up, Joey. My name is Joey Watts, telling you what is up.
Joey, what's up on Sunday?
On Sunday, we have our church service live streamed on Facebook and YouTube, 10 o'clock, so be there or be square.
Joey, what's up during the week?
During the week, keep an eye on our social media pages. That's YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at Gateway Youth AU for fun content to enjoy.
Joey, what's up on Friday?
On Friday, we have our House Party Connect. I don't know. Sorry, you scrolled too much. Life groups.
We've got a new thing called House Party Connect.
Next segment, let's go.
Sorry, we'll just get it.
Do that one again.
Just do it. Okay. Just do like a TV.
Joey, what's up on Friday?
On Friday, we have our life groups next week. A great chance to connect and talk about the highs and the lows of our weeks. Breaking news, that is all we have time for this week. So remember to stay safe and stay classy, folks.
All right.
All right, back to us being the hosts. Back to us.
Give people a modicum of power and they just abuse
so
it.
much fun. Hope you guys
job,
had
guys.
a really great night, guys.
Yeah,
We've certainly had a good time.
we had such a great time. Did you guys have a good time as
Yeah, it was
hosts?
great. It was good fun.
Oh yeah,
Fantastic.
great time, yeah, absolutely.
Best time ever.
Nice mask, Joey.
Yeah, I grew it.
You grew the mask.
Yeah.
Just sprouted out of your face.
It did. I sneezed pretty
Okay,
hard.
yeah, that's how that happens.
Yeah.
I told you. You
Yeah.
sneeze and you get a mustache.
Told me that the other week.
Wow.
Well, we've had heaps of fun tonight. Well, you know what we didn't talk about? How good the trivia night was last night.
Oh my gosh, it was so
Oh.
good. was great.
So
Mad
much
night.
fun.
It was
We
good.
definitely need to do something like that again. Just saying.
Absolutely.
And I definitely won. That's what happened there. 100%.
Well done, Tim.
Yeah.
I was
Caught
really
upwards.
impressed with how well you knew all of the answers,
Yeah.
actually.
I liked how every
All of
round
them.
was a Star Wars round as well, with an AFL round in there.
Star
Like it was
Wars.
catered perfectly.
That was
good.
perfect, yeah. It was just for you.
The best.
Well, this has been fun. We look forward to, I suppose, seeing you guys in life groups next week and then back for house party the week after that.
Awesome.
Can
See
be
you
good.
then.
Take
Can't
care.
wait. See you guys.